Hello, my wonderful friends, Magus with you. And today's message is Esoteric Magick. And in just a few minutes, we're going to cover about 5,000 years of magic. And by the end of this, you can put this into practice and become a modern day Merlin. And the first thing I want you to do as we come into this new year is to pick a theme, be it health or peace or happiness, but I want you to focus on one thing that you want to manifest this year, and I want you to add feeling to it, and we're going to hold on to that. We're going to have a focus point, and I want you to realize that esoteric magic, it is in a sense a science. Francis Bacon wrote about the force of imagination. Inventors tap into that wisdom that is beyond what is taught in books and schools. There is an unlimited storehouse, and we're going to tap into that in this coming year. We spend on average about 6 years of our life in time and space sleeping, and we can use that time wisely to manifest by holding a dominant theme and feeling in sleep and meditation. You can engage that part of your mind that sees and knows all, that creates. Einstein talked about it as that weird stuff, and the word weird actually means magic. It's a synonym of fate. You have put in motion a destiny that is going to play out, and when you can discern it, it can appear to others as magic, but it is really just simply playing out the fate that you have enacted. It goes along with Jung's idea of synchronicities. Magic is making something happen. Intentions can shape probabilities, bring events and circumstances into order, bringing about the desired effect. Setting intentions or praying or mantra, it is a psychokinetic practice that is to be used for only the betterment of yourself, not to control or attempt to control others. That, my friend, is black magic, and there are harsh consequences for it. There is a bit of a gray area, such as right now there are witches using binding spells on world leaders to keep them from harming others. But my friends, there is a better way. Magi magic is what we're discussing here. And it is all done in good spirit, holding the intentions such as I am protected. And then we envision a shield of light around ourselves, and darkness cannot enter this life, for we are one energy with God, and the evil spirit cannot enter God. Sickness cannot enter health, and we have mantras such as I am health, sickness and disease dies when it touches me. What it comes down to, my friend, is reality is more malleable than most think. In Asha 1, it talks about creating in that plastic medium. It is an understanding that subjectivity can interact with objectivity. I feel everyone has a moral obligation to work magic, to take control of their life and not give the rule of the atmosphere over to the evil, allowing the bondage, the hate, the fear, the control, the negativity, the depression, the hopelessness, but exercising our God-given right to fashion our world in beauty. Hear me, consciousness changes elementary particles. It changes how photons and electrons are perceived. You can collapse the wave function if you don't like it, and you can change it. If you do not like the scene played out before you, you are not a helpless victim. Your mind is very, very powerful. This is what all the masters taught. Jesus said, be it unto you as you believe. Lao Tzu said, watch your thoughts. They become your destiny. The Buddha said, with our thoughts, we make our world. You must discipline the mind to hold, to not let the mind wander. I found it interesting when scientists were doing the double slit experiment with the subjects that they hooked up to EEG, they could only hold and concentrate for between 10 to 30 seconds. And it reminded me of Abraham Hicks. She teaches to hold your desire for 16 seconds and it will start to manifest. My friends, it's like building muscle. Practice meditation. Fill your mind with a desire and add the feeling and belief and positivity and hold that. And my friends, you can use magic rituals and effigies. This can help by bringing it outside your head and giving you a focal point, a touch point. And ceremony can empower magic. Like the woman with the issue of blood, she knew Jesus could heal, and she said to herself, and that's important, what are you self-talking? What are you saying to yourself? She said, if I can touch the hem of his garment, and she could visualize herself being healed when she had that touch point. My friends, you can light candles. You can hold a certain crystal in resonance for what you are trying to produce. Going into a certain place in the woods like I like to do. Other examples of effigies is Paul's healing rags, or at the complete other end is voodoo dolls, a way to envision, to feel, and to focus. Everything we know is through our own consciousness, our own awareness. That's why the Order of the Magi teach to know only good. Do not know good and evil, for what you know you will know. You will be intimate with it. You will live in it. Consciousness is more fundamental than physics. That's why science is changing all the time. What was once believed as hard facts are no longer. And it's the same with religion. We live in an ever-expanding universe, and we desire ever-expanding good, more love, more peace, more goodness. We come from bliss and perfect perfection, and we're made out of it, and we instinctively want to create it. My friends, in Asha 5, it says that believe only the highest truth and you will enter Asha, heaven on earth. My friends, ignorance is not just the absence of right knowledge. It is an actual type of perception, a perception of reality that is opposite of true knowledge. It is a real mental state that creates a real reality, and it must be changed on a subconscious level. My friends, understand this. It says in Asha 5, as the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha, truth. This is the highest truth. This idea of truth is the very spirit of God. It is much more than not making a false statement. It is the true vision of God's ideal existence. It is the real, and here's where we want to put our focus. It is the real, we focus on that real, above all real, of all that seems real. We put our focus on the highest truth, creation in perfect harmony, where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. And to do that, we must know Asha 13, the original word. My friends, if you can understand the original word, you can work all kinds of magic. The original word of the good religion is that all good comes from the Creator and that no evil comes from Him. From this original word is the spiritual world made straight, and the material world will be brought into order. As long as the dark system and the matrix has you believing that God can love and hate, create and destroy, my friends, you will never rise above that. You have to come back to the original word that God is all good. My friends, I feel it's a moral obligation that everybody must work in magic, because otherwise, look what happens. Look at the world around you. When we let evil men rule, sickness and disease and war and fighting, hate and greed and fear. And my friends, it's such a beautiful way to live in Asha, in God's highest idea of good. And it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You create your atmosphere. You create your home. And I use it all the time. Like this time of year, we're in the holidays, and all the families coming together, and they're sick, and they got colds and flus, and they're coughing, runny nose, sneezing, and they're all saying, oh, I won't breathe on you. I don't want to hug you. But with me, they know it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to get it, because sickness and disease dies when it touches me. And I want to give you a little secret to use it first. Secrecy protects the intention. And when I first started working in magic, I had no secrecy. I spoke out everything. And it can put you in a compromising position. For instance, when you're telling all your family, oh, I don't get sick or diseased, and then they're watching you, and then they're questioning you, and they can start to get you to question yourself, and they'll start giving you negative ideas, and it can fight against you. To start out, my friends, secrecy protects the intention. Keep your magic to yourself and work it out. And then there comes a time you can be loud and proud about it, like I am, my friends. And so anyway, so just a quick recap. I want you to have a theme this coming year. Pick a theme and then hold the feeling of it. Write it on your bathroom mirror so you look at it every day. Use an effigy. Get yourself a crystal that resonates with what you're trying to manifest. Keep Asha with you at all times. It can be a touch point for you. And then hold that meditation. Practice building that muscle of holding that intention, and then go to sleep with that intention. Before you fall asleep, repeat that intention to yourself. And so your subconscious mind goes to work on it. So you're not wasting that 6 years of life and time and space. You're using that to grow. And my friends, let's make 2019 the greatest year ever, working in magic and miracles and bringing Asha to earth. And know I love you. I love you. I love you.